The great Mughals may have been one of the glorious rulers of the subcontinent, especially over the last 4 or 500 years. But one can say that there were many gray areas and many negativities attached with them. First of all, they do not have a proper constitution or set of rules for deciding who will be succeeding the king after he dies and he's dethroned. So it did happen time and again that the Mughal princes fell out with each other and they struggled with swords quite open and they killed each other ruthlessly, and ultimately the mightier or the one with more cunningness and more vigor came to the throne to occupy that. This did happen time and again since at least since Humayun, when he had to fight with his brother Mirza Kamran and his third brother also. And then Akbar was the only one who, the exception that who was crowned when he was quite young, even he was in the early teens. Whereas Jahangir had to fight with his brother Daniel, and Shah Jahan had to fight with his brother and kill them, and then Aurangzeb had to fight with his father Shah Jahan as well as his brothers Darashko and Murad Bakhsh or the Murad Bakht, or you can Bedar Bakht. And then third, he had to fight with Shah Shuja also. Not only that, Aurangzeb Alamgir went to the extent of killing his nephews as well, and he killed Salman Shko, who was the eldest son of Dara Shko, and he also humiliated and imprisoned Dara Shko's second son Sipar, and then he released him and got his daughter married with him. After Aurangzeb Alamgir, the wars of succession became even more frequent because the kings were throned and dethroned quite frequently and within shortest spans of period, even for a day or two, some of the kings. And there are stories that the mothers, in fact, tried to hide their sons from the politics and especially the Mughal court, just because they could not see their sons being killed by someone else and the competitor to occupy the throne of India. And this happened so frequent that most of the Mughal princes lost their lives, and there were not much people left in the royal family when Bahadur Shah Zafar was on the helm of affairs. Not only helm of affairs, he was just a stooge in the hands of Marathas as well as the East India Company. And finally, after the War of Independence, what we call the War of Independence, the Britishers call it the rebellion, he was made to witness his sons being hanged and then their heads cut off, and this so happened ruthlessly by the British. They did it, but before this, every Mughal king had to bleed his family, had to kill his brothers and half brothers and cousins and everything in order to silence the competitors. This so happened that we are compelled to believe that the Mughals, one of the reasons for the fall of Mughal Empire was their wars of succession, which led to the killing of many Mughal princes. I hope this finds you in good information. And if you find that this is good information or you think that I should improve, so please feel free to comment and subscribe the channel if you think that it is worthy subscriptions, and share it as well. Thanks again. I'm Raza Kharar.